When I was a little kid, I used to go to NASCAR races with my dad. From 93 to 95, we went to Talladega, and from 93 till about 99, we went to Michigan. And during the time from 2000 until present, we probably went to 2 or 3 more races at Michigan. It was the delight and joy of my life. I loved everything about racing. I loved being at the track, the smell, the sound, the overall experience just lit my soul on fire. And then all of the other things that came along with racing, the business side, the sportsmanship, the stories, the tragedy, the success, I loved it all. Davey Allison was my favorite driver, although I never got to meet him. Watching VHS tapes of him explaining his story, his outlook on life, I would argue saved me in some of my most darkest times as a child. And then also just hearing his words in my head as an adult. Not giving up and being kind and being full of love and grace were just a few of his qualities and just overwhelming aspects of his character, and I'm thankful for him. And in 1994, we went to Talladega. I used to take 10 rolls of film every time I would go on my dad's Minolta camera. They weren't all the best shots, but they were incredible to me. It's when I learned how to take photos. He would load the film, he would set the settings, and I would take all the shots. It's poetic in a way, getting assistance from a mentor in your life to help you realize some of the things that you wanted to see later in your life. Now, these shots happened after, a group of them. This happened, some of these happened when when Todd Bodine got clipped and went down into Jeff Gordon. And then another one happened like 2 laps after that wreck got cleaned up. But this is me meeting Dr. Jerry Punch in 1994 after the race. He had just finished interviewing Dale Earnhardt Sr. in Winner's Circle, and I was able to, I think that's Buddy Parrott. And so we sat in this Winston Tower, I guess you could say, like a paddock area. There was maybe 50 people, 100 people that could fit in there. A lot of room right behind Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s pit. And then off to the right, over here, there was the entry to Victory Lane. So, and Victory Lane was essentially back behind and kitty corner to the right from this stand. And when Dale Earnhardt won the race, I ran over to the driveway area, or the drive area, where Dale Earnhardt drove his car to Victory Lane. And I remember I gave a pat on his hood, and he gave me a thumbs up. And that was one of the coolest things that I had experienced up until that point in my life. That was incredible. But why I stopped on this photo is for a very specific reason. Dr. Jerry Punch is signing my Ernie Irvan number 28 hat. It was one of my most cherished possessions because I loved that hat, and I love the fact that I got to meet Dr. Jerry Punch, who was the ESPN pit reporter, and later on I got Ernie Irvan to sign the hat as well. And the reason I'm stopping here is because that hat was taken from one of my treasure boxes in the basement of my parents' house. Do not know who took it. Actually, that's not the point. That's why I'm missing that hat. And I've been looking all around for a replacement for it. And I found this one, which is close, but it's not the same, because you can see there's a white signature across the block, 28 on the side, and the inside of the brim underneath the bill is gray. And this one has a bubble 28, this hat was probably made in 1993 when Ernie Irvan just took over Davey Allison's car at the end of the year. And the underside is green. There's no signature. On eBay, I've been looking for a replacement hat. The hat is not brand new, but it still has the insert. It may be brand new, actually, but it was sold as used. But it has the gray brim. It has the white signature on the side. And I've joined NASCAR autograph groups on Facebook. And I'm going to send this to Dr. Jerry Punch, hoping that he'll sign it for me and send it back. And then hopefully I'll be able to cross paths with Ernie Irvan and have him re-sign it. And then I can have a representation of a cherished time and a cherished memory back in my collection after that item was taken from me. And the seller also sent an additional hat. He said he had overstock, so he was happy to send another one. But I'm extremely happy to have this hat back. And we'll go through a few more of these photos. Earnhardt taking the lead. I love that with the flag. It was just, see, there's Todd Bodine's car. It was just an incredible time to be a fan of NASCAR and to go and experience. That's at the Talladega Hall of Fame. So is that Davey's car. It was just an incredible time to be a part of NASCAR. And the love for it still burns deeply, deeply inside of me. And even though my wishes for it in my life haven't come true yet, and maybe they never will, but it's just a calming experience to recapture some of the things that were so important to me that I never thought I would see again. And I'm thankful to the people that are involved in the NASCAR community. The collectors are great people. And generally speaking, you find that most of NASCAR collectors are kind. They have good hearts. And they want to help you. Which is uncommon in a lot of aspects of life. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful to be a part of that community. And I'm looking forward to my third or fourth calling back to the sport that I love in so many different ways, and I cannot wait to see where it takes me. And that's it.